Good morning, folks. It's not morning now, but whatever. Jade frustrated. Dominique to no end. To no end. Recall the fighting them in the last war. Seemed like you could always count on them to do the opposite of what you needed them to do. If you needed them to go left, they went right. If you needed them not have a sniper or a tank at their disposal, they probably had two of each more. Even when you had them on the ropes. They seem to have the devil's luck and would make you pay even if you did everything right. Jade were quite good at making soldiers pay victory in blood. At the moment, Jade were waffling in their attack and looked ready to pull out. I mean, suppose that would leave them stuck outside, doomed to be eventually discovered and captured, because the enemy knew about them. Gotta get in there. Get to friendly territory. Gotta get in there. Let's see. Got to survive. Handled muttered. There's a movie about that nudist movie that I got to see. A movie about nudists. And they ask. Yeah, I forget what it's called, but I'll remember the poster. And we'll smile. A whole genre. There's such a thing. Such a thing as, let's see. Such a thing as nudist movies, and no one told me. Dominique said, feeling almost rather dejected in that moment. Dejected, is that the right word? He wondered if this was what it felt like to be a priest. Lose your faith, to come to believe that God had abandoned you. Let's see. That guy loses faith? I don't know. I assume so if he went from being a Christian to worshiping something else entirely. You can't be in love with both two gods. It sounds like someone's having a drag race outside my house. Let's see. Where's the ninja girl? Oh, that's right, I already did that part just a little while ago. Yesterday, in fact. I believe God abandoned you. Yeah, a whole genre of prudish girls about nubile prudish girls discovering their love of nakedness. Handle noted. Better be in disguise. Guys, when you see that film, Let's see. Gray suggested. Let's see. A lot of white folks will get angry. Get angry. Seeing you lusting after milk white titties. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell titties. Maybe. Handle shrug. I mean, they show them the movies playing in this country. So, I guess the Zedins don't mind if the Jade Asians lust after women. Guess not. That makes sense. The boys paying attention. Paying attention, Roper asked. Seeing a way in for us. The opportunity came then, with several smoke grenades being thrown by Jade troops about the entrance. They weren't pulling out yet, but were laying smoke so that wounded men could be carted out to safety. Soon after the smoke was billowing. The Jade, let's see, did they put balaclavas on? Bandanas. What? Why is it raining like that? It was raining from the wrong side, like the Japanese style. That's the wrong side, it's just the wrong side from the Western style, I think. Let's see. And the Jade. That's this one. Jade were carrying their wounded out. One man getting the legs. One man getting the arms. Not much, no stretchers were involved. The necks of the men, unconscious or wounded men, were not being supported. They were left, their heads were bobbing like those of dead deer being carted off after a hunt. Let's see, dead deer, okay. If I'm mistaken, does the other ones, do the other creatures, their head bobs? I guess anything that dies, its head bobs when you carry it. It reminded, seeing them reminded Dominique of some old photos of some train crash long ago when they were carrying out bodies living and dead out of the wreckage. Could break a guy's, could cripple a guy laying his neck bob like that. Dominic nodded. Yeah. You must have a heart of gold, Sergeant. Gray said, "Why? Caring about the necks. Except these Jade bastards. They all ended up paralyzed. I would be pleased. For life. I'd be pleased. It'd be the only thing better than them all dying. Just dying." "We can go now, gentlemen," Roper said. "Once we get inside, move for friendly territory. Hope we don't get shot down on the way." and hope they don't shoot us. Right. Man agreed. Roper got on the radio. Radio fast to confirm that they were now going in. That the men, Jade troops with balaclavas and headbands were friendly. Is headbands one word? Go. Roper ordered. Men got on the move, pushed up to the perimeter, went right past a lot of Jade that didn't ask them any questions. Dominique felt safer in the smoke, and he bumped into some Jade troops who were moving in and out, vomiting. No, that's not right. In and out. They passed some wounded men carrying wounded guys next. Before the group knew it, they were in the open, with no smoke cover. They were before a long firing line of Zedin troops, some of whom aimed their way, but didn't shoot. Apparently, they had got their orders in time. They got their orders. The men with the headbands were not evil, not Jade, but the guys who ran out. Dominique saw Owen Bold on the line, using a rifle, despite his wounded arm and shoulder. Dominique could see Bold gunning him down, using his disguise as an opportunity to mow him down. Good thing Bold didn't know who was who. He wouldn't risk killing someone innocent to get to him. Not that Dominique was guilty. Bolt just thought he was. Because of some coincidences at the camp. Did you collaborate with the camp? And kept moving, eventually getting sprinted when they got in proximity to the nearest sandbag position. They dove for cover and quickly removed their masks, balaclavas, and headbands. Dominique also tore off his Jade Public Army tunic, but didn't remove the body armor underneath. It's the same for the others. About the same for the others. Even Gray, who wounded, had to pretty much peel his uniform off since it got so stuck to him. He groaned and shivered afterwards. Some medics quickly got to him, and when they saw his bandages, his bandaged arms, got hit in both arms. And they found it hard to believe Found it hard to believe that Gray could function with injuries like that. Plenty of guys lost their mind and hurt a lot less. We in the clear. Roper. Captain Roper. Captain. Is his rank Captain? All these things you gotta keep track of when you write. It can be difficult, you know? Captain Pale. Gray-ass. Sounding miserable and old. Sounding miserable and old. Is that a good wording? Yeah, pretty much. Roper replied. Ray was tended to. Ray wasn't relocated in the sandbag position. Dominican Co. all opened up on the nearest Jade from said position and tossed about 6 grenades. Now, many of which landed in the smoky area. Smoke-filled areas. Jeez, feels like I've had a dozen shootouts in this one room. Maybe that's why I'm not getting as much of a buzz story-wise, because once you had a shootout in one area, you should go to a different area, I guess. You can get all kinds of continuity problems with a siege. Like if you had a story that was saying like an Alamo scenario where, you know, people are just fighting and getting killed all over the same area. Done a few stories like that, and I'd like to do some more because I kind of like the siege idea. Lately I've been doing just battles that are a little different, like, you know, like full-fledged military battles. Not just little things with a bunch of people. Not that those things are little, you know. Story with one guy can feel epic if it's written right. One guy versus 2 or 6, or even just another guy versus another guy. 6 grenades, many landed in smoke-filled areas among those men evacuating wounded. Naturally, they became wounded themselves, or corpses, when they were caught by the grenades. Dominique saw one that was sent flying right through the air, like he got nailed by some car and went up over the hood. Hood, windshield, and top. What's the top of a car called? I don't know. People say in real life people don't fly when they get shot, but they certainly fly when they get hit by a car, but I guess that's the difference. Like, you know, there's a lot of force behind a car, and a bullet is like a tiny, tiny object, even though it's very destructive, so, yeah. It's physics. If you want to apply physics to a story, you gotta be aware of all the rules. Like some stuff about mass, like, you know, you can't just have a guy turn to a giant monster. Apparently that's in violation of physics. Yeah. Makes more sense when it's a gradual thing. Like some guy just turns into a monster through a movie, and then at the end he's like a hulking creature. If you want science, monster movie probably isn't the place to go. But you know, some movies do manage to be more scientific than others. Like, well, I don't know about the Relic was scientific, but the book had more science and such in it, and it had a pretty good plot twist. That was until the end, and you know, I don't know if it had much of an impact on the story. They could have left that epilogue out, I guess, and you know, wouldn't have known where the monster came from or the origins. You know, I don't want to spoil it because it's a good book, and someday I'd like to read the second one. Yeah, see more of that really cool FBI agent in it. Let's see. I don't want to go over the top. eat shit. I may growl at the enemy. And then put a whole 30-round mag off into the smoke. He was certain he got a few more. Me at least. Swore he heard a body tumble to the floor. Let's hook up after the battle, after the war. Handle. Gray said to him. Should I say handle? You know, I like to say things 3 times, so, you know, it drums in. You know, if something's important, you should mention it more than once, I think, in a narrative. Like if, World War I or some other cataclysm was important to the background of your story or your characters, then you should probably mention it a few times. Hell, maybe even throw in a flashback or 2. I'm all about flashbacks, because they're like show versus tell. Not that you can tell everything. Not that you can show everything. Or should aspire to show everything. Especially if you're doing a first-person story. First-person's not very good for telling a whole picture kind of story. Unless your character is one of those characters that knows everything that's going on. Like a psychic. Yeah, psychic characters, that's kind of a problem. Not literally psychic, but, you know, characters that seem to know too much of what's going on. Like they've been reading the script. Gotta look out for that, too. That's a trap. Fortunately, things like that might... well, no, I guess it's not easy to delete stuff like that. You just gotta be careful about plot holes is all. Let's see. Let's hook up after war. Handle. I like you, Gray. But not that much. Handle immediately. Toy. Ah, fuck you. Gray jeered. I mean, I have a friend who has a movie theater, whose family owns a movie theater. He could probably arrange a private screening of that nudist film for us. Let's see, what's a good title for a nudist movie? Bear Eden? Garden of Eden? I guess it would be if all nudists were attractive people. Apparently not, though. But if only people who look good naked got naked, then, well, pretty much nobody on Earth would ever get naked. Wouldn't that be a great world where nobody gets naked ever? Let's see. Probably arrange a private screening of that nudist film. That would be glorious, my friend. Handel said. Oh, so I'm suddenly your friend. Gray added. Gray chuckled. What's the name of this movie? Dominic asked. At this point, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to myself if I didn't track it down and watch it. Something garden, or like something garden. Something garden. Handle mumbled. No, Perfect Eden. Or Naked Eden. Or maybe Eden, Garden of Eden. Let's see. I think I would die of embarrassment if I had to write a story about nudists. I would advise writers to try to keep nudity out of stories, at least since outside of bedroom scenes, because it kind of makes things a little weird. I mean, think in real life. People don't run around naked in real life, do they? So they shouldn't do it in your stories either. Sounds about right. Dominic muttered. No. Let's see. Let's see. Brother soldier. Let's see. Goes to the back of the head. Gotta survive to see that nudist film. Yeah, well. Well, you got to see me write the phrase white titties today. That's quite a thing. Okay, folks, have a nice day. It's 26 minutes in. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Let's see.